behind camera, we're the NC Beer guys. Welcome to another episode of NC Beer Buzz. We're grateful to be in Asheville today, the great beer city, and we're at French Broad Brewery on Fairview Road. Is that right? Fairview?
101D Fairview Road.
101D Fairview Road. That's good. With Aaron Wilson, the head brewer here, and Aaron was just telling me he's been here about 7 years, and that's about half the lifetime of the brewery itself, right? You said they've been around about 14 years.
December 12th will be our 14th anniversary.
Right. So tell me, not your story yet, but the story of the brewery. How did it come to be? What was the evolution of the brewery back that long ago? Because it obviously predates the whole craft beer movement in some ways.
Yeah, well, Andy and Jonas and a couple other friends got together about 14 years ago and decided they wanted to open a small boutique brewery, which is, we've been in the same building, so it's what you see here.
And what does that mean to you? We've seen a little research. It says European style. You use the word boutique.
Yeah.
What does that mean to our people who don't know that? What can they expect from that?
Well, just a small, quaint space, lots of European-style beers. We were an all-European-style brewery for quite a bit of the time. Right before I came in, French Broad did its first kind of American ale, which was the Rye Hopper.
Okay.
The Rye Pale Ale designed by Chris Richards. He now brews for Sierra Nevada. And then shortly after that, we started doing some IPAs and some different American-style beers. But for many years, it was like the logo here, World Beer Asheville Flavor. And so it was really, European-based, and that's what they were going for. And we still do a lot of European-style beers.
So this is the original facility. I got you off your story a little bit. This is the original facility here.
Yeah.
And what was the first capacity and the first barrel production? What was the deal?
Well, our flagship beer is the Wee-Heavy-Er, and it's been with us the whole time. As far as barrels go, at the beginning, I feel like it's probably around 1,000 to 1,200 barrels a year. We had most of it was going through the tasting room, and then
some small accounts at first, and just brew.
Yeah, and then lots of growlers.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I remember the floors being lined with growlers and going down and pressure filling them, and then coming behind and with the heat gun and the sleeve,
right.
and then taking them all over to Earth Fair and dropping them off. So that was kind of the beginning of our production.
And other than it was all draft and growler at that time.
It was, yeah.
How long before they went to what we know is the famous bottles?
Let's see. We went to the bottles probably about 2006 or 2007.
The Wee-Heavy was one of the first bottles?
Yeah, it was the Wee-Heavy, the Kolsch, and the ESB were the first three that we did, 22-ounce bottles.
Now those are mostly what French Broad is known for.
It's true.
I'll say that. I know the French Broad, Wee-Heavy, and the ESB. What are the other flagships that I'm missing?
Well, the fine Kolsch we got here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Is one of our biggest sellers, and it's been with us for the same length of time as the ESB.
Okay.
The Wee-Heavy-Er has been with us the longest, but Kolsch and ESB were quickly came after. And I love the Kolsch. It's perfect for this time of year.
Now, as the head brewer, you came in with some idea of what you're getting into in the sense of you knew what their standards were.
Yes.
So your job is to produce those standards on some consistent basis with some high quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does the creativity and the I want to do my own thing mesh with that?
Well, I would say in our seasonals.
And one-offs, you do some one-offs?
Yeah. Right. Our last one was called the Old Town Pale. It was a light session pale that was dry hopped with Mosaic and Azaka hops, 4.9%. So, things like that.
So you kind of get
in the seasonals
the best
in
of
one
both
off.
worlds. And so, as a brewer, you get to challenge yourself with consistency and quality and a name brand.
Yeah.
It needs to be the same thing about every time I go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yet you get to expand and explore some options and some creativity.
Yeah, you know, it really is nice too. I have pretty good artistic license with the beers, you know, unless it's, you know.
Have they evolved over the years?
You know, we've stayed pretty standard with it. The Kolsch is the same as the day I came here.
Okay.
The Wee-Heavy-Er is the same. The ESB is just a little different. It's a little less malty, so it rounds out the back side of it. Kind of gives it a finish.
And is that,
that's the only difference.
Probably from customer feedback or your personal preferences, or how do these things come to happen?
Well, we just kind of felt like
it's a pretty big deal to change the flagship.
Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't really change it. We just rounded it out on the end because it felt like it just went on, and it never really finished. So we just dropped a little hop addition at the end just to kind of round it out.
Okay.
And it wasn't really anything you would really notice unless you were dealing with it day in and day out. So you know, we never really had any bad feedback about it. We didn't change anybody's beer, you know.
Right.
You don't want your beer being
No,
messed
that's
with.
right. That's right. You're used to drinking, you wanted to drink the same thing.
Yeah. So, and that, you know, and that was the only small tweak that's been done to any of the original beers. Everything else is as it stands. And since I've been here, we don't have it on right now. We're out till Monday, but the IPA was a recipe that former head brewer Chris Richards and I developed together, and the Asheville Porter as well. It took the place of our German Marzen, the Dahm.
Okay. Now, so you were home brewer before, or did you brew commercial before you came here?
I was a home brewer for many years. Gosh, I guess it's been 17 years now. I started home brewing when I was 18. The old perfect loophole when you go to college and you get out of mom and dad's house and you don't have a fake ID, you got to do something. So get yourself some homebrew ingredients
and brew your own.
Yeah. My first college roommate taught me that and taught me a lot about brewing.
Right.
He had been in a home brewing family growing up, and
so it was natural for him to bring with him.
Yeah, he had everything. So yeah, it was pretty great. And then we just brewed from then on out. Then we started building kegerators and kegging and doing the forced carbonation. And it's funny because Andy Dahm, the president here at French Broad, he also owns a homebrew shop, Asheville Brewer Supply. And it used to be downtown here in Asheville many years ago. And I was getting really frustrated because my homebrew bottles didn't taste like the beers that came off the taps. And so I remember a long time ago, not even knowing Andy, like going in there and like picking his brain, like, hey man, what do I need for my beer to taste like craft beer, you know? And so it was very serendipitous that, you know, all these years later, that now we've worked together. I've also worked for him at the homebrew shop, so we're going on almost a decade working together. Yeah, it was so funny. I was 19 then, I think. So.
And you're dating yourself now. So I'm looking over my shoulder here, and there's some cans here.
Yes, sir.
We've not seen can pods before. Is that the future of French Broad?
Well, we started up canning the first Monday last June.
Okay.
And so we're just past our year mark.
Oh, I should have paid better attention then. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't been paying attention.
Well, we started very small, just in the Asheville area.
All right.
Empire Distributing had all our cans in Western North Carolina.
Oh, so I didn't get any Raleigh.
Right.
Okay.
And now we're starting to move out a little bit. Now we have cans down in your area. We've got some in Alabama. Some in Tennessee, Nashville, and Knoxville. So they're slowly moving out. But you know, we wanted to keep them close to home. We were new to it. It was a new piece of equipment to us. We wanted to make sure our quality control was good with the cans.
And you've been satisfied?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great package for a smaller brewery. You know, it's a package that keeps the light out, and it's just cheaper to ship than bottles.
And easier to handle this anyway.
Yeah, and this machine, the cask, works great. I mean, we can do 35 cans a minute on it. We can't really keep up with it.
That's right. And you'll probably can everything eventually?
You know, I would love to say that we would can the IPA. That would be just a daydream, but as long as it takes to make it, and you know, dry hop and as many hops are in it, I don't know if it'll ever happen.
Right.
Maybe like a small run here or there, but yeah, I don't think it's something that we could really keep up with. So right now in cans, we started just like we started with the bottles. 13 Rebels ESB, the Gateway Kolsch, and the Wee-Heavy-Er.
Okay.
So that'll probably remain the package of cans for a while, yeah. Unless we started doing the porter, which could be a good option, you know, especially if we did some wintertime runs.
Well, thanks for having us in today.
It was a pleasure.
And just so our viewers will know, we're on Fairview Road. When's the tap room open? They come in and have a beer?
1 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 7 days a week.
Right.
And we have free music Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 6 to 8.
So if you're in the Asheville area and off Fairview Road, and there's lots of options in Asheville, but if you want to see some of the grandfathers and the first people that brought beer to Asheville, come into French Broad Brewery and see if you can have a beer with them. Until next time, this has been another episode of NC Beer Buzz, and remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.